Okay, in this lesson, we'll take a look at the advanced filter. So what exactly is the advanced filter? To understand why you'd want to use the advanced filter, you need to first understand that the basic filter has some limitations. Put another way, sometimes you want to see very specific results, and the standard filter just will not cut it. Let's take a moment and look at this limitation in action. Here we have our list, and let's say we want to see very specific things. We want to get very specific. We want to see the orders from Japan with a customer source of YouTube, along with the United States and a customer source of the opt-in page. So if we do a standard filter, let's see what we get. So we'll turn the filter on and then filter out Japan and the United States. Then go over here to customer source and filter out YouTube and opt-in page. And let's take a look. Okay, at first glance, it seems like it's kind of working, but not quite. Upon further inspection, you'll notice that we did not quite get what we wanted. And let's sort it just so we can see it. Remember, we wanted to see very specific things. It had to be Japan and YouTube, United States, and opt-in page. But if you look at our data set, we got what? Japan, YouTube, and opt-in page, USA, opt-in page, and YouTube. So we didn't quite get refined enough. So this is the limitation of the standard filter and where the advanced filter comes into play. Let's reset our list and turn the filter off and delve into the advanced filter. Whenever you work with the advanced filter, there's a few things you need to know up front. First, you need to make an area to build it since you have to type in what you're looking for. And second, you want to take your column headings or field names and copy and paste them so Excel can use them. And the best bet is to put the area above your list like we did here, just because it makes things a lot easier. The next thing with the advanced filter is to recognize you are going to be working with the dreaded and/or condition. We covered the and/or in a previous lesson, but in case you didn't quite catch that, let's get a real quick summary. Starting with the and condition. The easiest way to think about an and condition is they are the following. An and condition is everything or nothing at all. Put another way, whenever you build an and condition, everything you want has to be there. If not, it does not meet the criteria. Let's look at a real quick example. Let's say yours truly hits the lottery and has enough money to buy a very expensive sports car. If I go to the dealership and give them a list of everything that I want, if they don't have a car that meets all those specifications, I'm not interested. Why? Because I said the car has to have this and this and this and this and this. If it doesn't have everything, I'm not interested. It does not meet the criteria. Point being, and conditions are restrictive. They are everything or nothing at all, and wind up offering you a very narrow candidate pool. By contrast, or conditions open up. Let's continue with that analogy. If I go to buy my expensive sports car and I say, here is what I'm looking for, they could come back and say, well, we don't have everything, but we can offer you this or this or this instead. Point being, whenever you work with or conditions, they open up, they give you more options. They broaden what you're looking for. So while you're getting your mind around that, here is another thing to consider with the advanced filter. And conditions go on a horizontal, or conditions go on a vertical. Yeah, isn't that lots of fun? So why is that even being mentioned? Well, remember, whenever you work with advanced filters, you have to type in your criteria. If you don't type in what you're looking for correctly, it's not going to work. Going back to our example, remember, we want to see specifically Japan, YouTube, United States, opt-in page. So let's keep going. We'll go up here and type out our criteria because that is the next step in this process. So where it says country, I'll type Japan, then jump right next door to where it says customer source and type out YouTube. So just to clarify, when we type this is an and condition. Why? Because it's on a horizontal. So really the way you read it is I want to see Japan and YouTube. If I jump down a line and go to where it says country and type out United States, then go right next door and type out opt-in, this is another and condition. Why? Because it's read United States and opt-in page. So really what we have here is two and conditions. And as a bonus, there's an or in there. Here's the way you technically read it. I want to see Japan and YouTube or United States and opt-in page. Now granted, that sounds ridiculously confusing. So let's clarify it. Here's a little trick I picked up. Whenever you work with an or statement, it's a good idea to do substitution. If you substitute or for the phrase along with, it sounds a lot easier to conceptualize. So let's read this again. What we want to see is Japan and YouTube along with United States and opt-in page. The other thing you want to know is that and conditions always supersede or conditions. So whenever you read this, you want to read the horizontal content first, and if you have to move down a row, that becomes the or condition. Yes, take a moment and think about it because it does take a while to process this. Okay, and after all that long-winded explanation, it is finally time to build the advanced filter. Let's do this. So we typed our criteria above. Now we click inside the body of our list, then go up and click on the advanced icon. In this prompt, our list should become highlighted, which is good. Now we'll click down where it says criteria range, and we want to select specifically this area right here. Click OK, and let's see our results. Looks like we have Japan, YouTube, USA, opt-in page. All right, it worked. Yes, long, arduous, and tedious, and no fun. Yet, if you want to get very specific criteria from your list, that's the game you gotta play. And that'll do it for the advanced filter.